let's just sew whatever. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making the mini Triskele from Sewgnar patterns. Stop. It's so cute. I have made one before this. And I'm just trying to see. I think I cut a stabilizer wrong maybe or something. It's a little angled in the back for some reason, but it's still adorable. It's still so cute. It has two 14mm magnetic snaps, a zipper pull. We used a little corset D-ring. I added it in the wrong spot. As soon as I punched that hole, I was like, dang it. But it doesn't look bad at the back, so I'm not mad about it. But it has an ID window here, a little slot here, zipper pocket, and 3 little baby card slots. It does do it for me. What am I doing wrong? Mine, it pushes up. So I must have a measurement wrong somewhere. See that? I don't hate it, but it has a slip pocket back here too. I think maybe like all of my stuff just needs to be moved up a little bit. But the testers didn't have any issues and neither did she. So I don't know. Super cute. They used cork and mid-weight vinyl. If you purchased the Sew Whatever project box, you have all these materials and we're gonna make it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I was gonna show you the regular size Triskele in comparison. It's not quite half, but it's like 2/3. And then she has a midi that she's possibly working on that'll be like 3/4. No, this is probably 3/4 and then 2/3. I'm not a fractions expert. Okay, let's sew. All right, I'm gonna start by cutting my little ID window, just a little slit. They do make like little cutters for those, and I don't know where mine went, but like I'm not that worried about it. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to use some glue to glue that down. I've been using this B700. Hello.
I think Ben knocked over the tree thing and the lid was open.
We are going to start with the card slots first. And got our water resistant canvas here. It doesn't matter which side is right or wrong, but we're going to start with the wrong side up and lay this at the bottom underneath all that, maybe like 1/4 of an inch under. Use that later. Leave it folded up and out of the way. And we're going to sew on our fabric. Back stitch, back stitch. If you prefer to tie off those threads, you can do that instead. And just pull your bobbin thread to the back. Sometimes you can't, so I don't. And then I have this little tool covered in oil. Okay. So what we'll do is we will fold this down, make it a nice crease. Put our card in and it'll stick up just the right amount. Fold that up and out of the way. Grab our double-sided tape. Take that off. And fold that up. And make sure it's nice and tight on the card. And double check that that fits nicely inside. Okay, leaving it folded up and stuck there, we're going to sew underneath the next line. So that creates the bottom card slot fully and gets the next one started. You can leave those tails long, pull to the back to tie off later. Then we're going to fold this down and out of the way and repeat. And if you find it really hard to keep everything together while you're moving it all around, you can use those hair clips to hold that in place. When you flip it over, hold your card, get a nice crease, keep everything flat. Lift that out. And now it's flipped up and we're going to go under the next line. Okay. Then we got one more card slot to create. Okay. If you are using other materials to make this, make sure you're using something that doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, especially at the card slots. If it does, try and interface it if you can. Okay. And now she does not have you top stitch above, but if you want to, there's nothing saying you absolutely couldn't. It's just all about looks. So I think I kind of want to. Says not to though. All right. And then it says to trim the excess so that it lays behind or under the fourth fold line. You do kind of stitch again, but just in case, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue. Why not? Plus, I just love the way this glue smells. Okay, using the fourth fold line as your guide, fold the panel wrong side together and encase the card slots. That's right. Oh, it's a cat. So I'm seeing where that line is, pinching it together. And just make sure that that fold is nice and straight, your edges are lined up. And I would start, if you can, 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And that's just so you don't see the top stitching later, but it's not that serious. And then fold, fold. Pull your threads to the back. This is a raw edge product. You can definitely edge coat later, but just keep that in mind. Now that we have our card slots finished, I went ahead and tied them all off. I'm just gonna kind of hide the threads in there, it's fine. We're going to go to this third fold line and make a crease. And this is going to become a little slip pocket. And so we're going to glue that down. You can use double-sided tape as well, but I think I'm going to use some glue. Just like a little bit here. And there. But like also a little bit under. But clip that there. And just do a little bit. And then I'll clip it and we'll set it aside for now. I just love the way that looks so far. Okay. And then I have a measurement of like 11 and a half right now. But I feel like last time I made it, it was like 11 and a quarter. So I'm not sure. I did suggest, and maybe she did, that Nicole put in what should the measurement be. All right, so now is where we have our glued vinyl window. And mine's there. And we can top stitch that into place. I'm going to start at the side. I don't necessarily want to start at a corner. I'll go around the outside. I have my stitch length set to 5, but you could use a 4.5. You could also use a 4 if you wanted. I don't think I would do any lower. And I'm pulling my threads to the back, leaving those tails nice and long. And then lowering to meet, pulling away, nice long tails. And before I pull my others through, I'm gonna knot these first. I'm just pulling on the bobbin thread to get that top thread to come to the back. One more. And then I'm going to tape these over to the side because we're going to cover them up anyway. With a little backing piece. So just like leave it. Why not? Okay. I always have one more ID slot than I need. I don't understand. Okay, so this is gonna go behind it all, centered. It says to glue that as well. However, I think I'm gonna top stitch this one because I don't love that the ID window hits a certain spot, and I'll show you what I mean. So when you take your ID out, it wants to sneak up to the top edge here. So I am going to top stitch above that line to keep it from coming out. Like, maybe it's a bad idea, but I couldn't think of a reason it was a bad idea. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. But like, I always get aggravated when I can't get my ID out. I feel like the only thing it may have affected is maybe it like separated a little bit when I stitched it. So now the panel sits a little wider there. Like, I'll show you what I mean. My nails are too big, and this thread is too small. Come on, please. There we go. Dang it. Thank you. I was like, that's when you get tweezers, but I got it. So like maybe it lifted up a little bit there, but I'm happy with that. I'm excited to see what that feels like in the end for everything. And again, you can trim those or use a lighter. I'm just gonna singe them out of the way for now. Okay. With the ID window face down, grab just the top section, which is not where the zipper pouch goes. Is it? No. Because it goes like that. Okay. No, this. I don't know. Yes. So that gets folded like that, right on top of all that, which is where you're again going to stitch down that backing fabric for the slot, so it is going to be secured into place besides just the glue. Long tails, and I'm pulling them to the back. If you prefer to backstitch there, no shame. I feel that. I want to do things better than I have been. I'm trying to. And this is on the wrong side of the vinyl, so I can use that lighter pretty well. All right, so now we're gonna fold this up to the fourth fold line, which I can't remember which one that is. I think it's like just right under there. And it says we should have about 1/2 inch above. So if there isn't 1/2 inch, because for some reason I have like 3/8, you can measure 1/2 inch and fold that down to match that. It's okay. And just clip it for now. I think you could glue or tape. Yeah. So my line was just a little bit off, but not by much. Okay. I would suggest gluing or taping just to help you keep everything in line. Man, I've really lost my voice. It's okay. Just to help you keep everything together. Okay, so now Our interior is pretty much ready, and we're going to be adding our zipper to this little section here. Excuse you. Hello. Can I help you? Please don't claw on my chair. You can sit here in my lap though if you want. This is Evermore. Okay. Hi. Hello. So I suggested that Nicole add a zipper pull to this diagram, so I'm pretty sure she will, or did. But we want to make sure we have a total zipper length of 4.5 inches. And so we're going to lay our zipper end on, and I've got about 1/4 inch at the top edge. So now if I lay this 1/4 inch at the top edge, how do we look? I think I might need to trim a little bit off. No, ma'am, we're not doing that. Do not claw my chair. Thank you. Oh, that is a good idea. I was like, something you could do is like lay a ruler down and put your tabs at the beginning and end of a 4.5, but I'm gonna trim just like 1/8 inch off my zipper tape. And make sure you use a lighter to prevent any fraying. And then we're gonna top stitch this on. It's so cute. Okay. Okay. Interior bottom. This is the interior top. So I'm adding some double-sided tape here. All right. Flip the entire panel over and lay the zipper pouch lining right side down. Okay, like this. Okay, and then we'll top stitch that into place. And then that gets folded down and out of the way. And then this section labeled zipper pouch with the ID. We'll tape that next. And then just do your best to make sure this is as straight as possible and that you're seeing the same amount of zipper on either side. And when I mean straight as possible, I just mean like if you were to clip this on and it's at like a weird angle, this isn't going to stay nice and in line and straight. Okay. So wrong side here at the edge of where those pieces meet, up and out of the way. And like it is hard, it's a lot of layers you're dealing with right now, but it all comes together in the end and looks so stinking cool. Okay, so this technically gets folded down and out of the way, but we're going to be putting panel wrong side up, lay both the zipper pouch linings right sides together. Starting as close to the zipper tabs as possible, stitch around all three sides. So I'm not gonna be able to get super close to this, but I think that's okay, because like nothing's gonna fall through, so we're kind of folding that on itself and just sewing right along the edge. Okay. Fold the interior panels so that they're wrong sides together. And we're going to line up where the zipper tabs start. Okay. Making sure they're nice and straight on those side edges. Again, it's raw edge, so you really want to be as precise as possible here. And we're gonna measure 3 inches down from the start of our zipper. With a removable pen. Sew down the right edge across the 3 inch and then back up. So we're sewing in a U shape to close all of this off. And be careful on your folded zipper tab that you don't break a needle or get your pieces unaligned or anything like that. And make sure your raw edges line up. And I'm keeping them lined up, using my fingers to apply pressure, especially at the zipper tab. And so as close as possible. I don't think it's the end of the world if you can't get through your zipper tab. I missed it up here. Like, nothing can kind of sneak out. So it's not too bad. It's not pretty there, but like, it's okay. Ooh, why are you so crooked? Ooh. And then you can just remove that pen. Okay, it was 3 inches there. It's a little less than 3 inches there, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather it be a little less. This is so that it's not too big. So this is now our entire interior panel. Which is exciting. Like, if you get to this point, I think it's okay if you want to take a break. Well, install your snaps and then go take a break. Or get your glue on and then go take a break. It's probably good, better. Okay, so the interior top panel gets the male portion, which is the outie. And then your exterior panel gets the female portion, which is the innie snaps. So if you prefer spring snaps, you can do that. The Sew Whatever project box included the 14mm regular magnetic snaps. These are my preference, but I'm sure I would love spring snaps if I gave them a chance. No one to. Pew pew. Little TIE fighters. Okay. And just be really careful cutting that slit. And then you can either lay them down or lay them out. Sometimes I like to put one in one direction and one in the other, but I don't really think it matters. Like, I'll put my, yes, can I help you? Like, open one flat and turn one in on the other side, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get this glued on, and then I'm gonna attach my nameplate and let the glue kind of dry. Yeah. Hey, I asked you not to do that, okay? I don't want your claws all over my chair. Please, you can lay there. And depending on the size of your snaps, just be careful with turning them in or out or having them too close to the edge, or you won't be able to top stitch easily. Okay. Okay, so now we have all of our stabilizer that we're gonna attach. I think I'm gonna use a combination of tape and glue because I just don't think the glue I have like is super strong and quick drying. So we're gonna flip this. Oops. And the top flap has the magnetic snaps, of course. Make sure you've got that crease created nicely. I really wish I had some Fabri-Tac, but it all dried out. Oh, oh, that was like a magic trick. This Fabric Fusion is not dried out. Or, yeah, I guess I could try it. Okay, can you go somewhere if you're gonna go? Top flap. So there's little, big, medium, and then your smalls in between. And I absolutely love this part. It says you want the stabilizer to have a 1/4 inch gap around the perimeter, and each piece should be as close to its north and its south neighbors. This does not have to be exact, so don't be too precious. Oh, I just love that part. Well, maybe not right now. I got glue. I'm sorry, baby. I forgot I've got this 3/4 inch tape. I should do. Hey. Get off of the chair. Here, go get it. Go find a toy. If you have never made one of Nicole's patterns, I hope that you will now, because they are so much fun to make. If you've never watched one of her videos, again, I hope you will now, because she's a blast. And I think for this one, I'm gonna try to like hang that zipper panel off the edge so I can get that boxed bottom like as good as I can. But I think it helps that I'm using that 3/4 inch wide double-sided tape so that it sticks much better. Because like I said, maybe I said it in the intro, but I definitely said it in the cutting video. I have a problem with my card slots my cards kind of creeping out of my card slots. Get down. Don't come up here. Just. All right. So that is stabilized. We're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. I'm gonna add my kitty on the chair. I'll go ahead and bump this down to a 4.5 to attach. So I'm tying the ones I pulled to the back first. Bringing the other one in. Come on. Okay. Knotted all of that on the back. We'll add a little tape. Excuse me. You are ruining my chair. I'll let all that rest for a minute and I'm gonna work on my strap. We're gonna fold 2 the 1/2 inch line I created first. And then we'll fold across. And this is a little tri-fold strap. If you prefer to do a 4-fold, just cut it to 2 inches wide. But I think this is a cute way to do it. It's less bulky as well, and it's less of a waste of cork if you decide to do it with cork. And then we're going to sew around all 4 sides. There we go. And then you could sew this or stitch it shut. But I just do a quick little wrap over and add a rivet through that. And there's our little wristlet strap. My strap is riveted on. Riveting stuff. Now comes the fun part. Putting it all together. So actually that kind of helps not stick to the machine. So you want your snaps on opposite sides of the wallet. And then if there's any overhang, allow the excess to overhang the top flap area. So here's our interior bottom ID window, interior top card slots, and zipper pouch. But there are lines for the boxed bottom. And I think if you can, you want to take care to line those up, more importantly. Because I think that was my issue with my card slots creeping. So I creep. So yeah, line up those lines. And then I wouldn't say like you need to stretch your materials to fit, because you definitely don't want to stretch your materials, but you just want to kind of do your best to manipulate them. Wait, what happened here? What happened here? Okay, we lined that up. This might be too crooked to do anything about. Like, it's way off. So I wonder, did I not fold that right? Because you might be able to remanipulate this fold to make up for it. I wonder. Because mine is off by like a lot. But if I could oh, I can't refold. No, I can. I glued it really well though. It's almost like I folded it wrong on my card slot panel, maybe. Or the bulk is just sitting a little funny. Because I've got those lined up now. Those lines. Ooh, but not here. And that's because that is sewn a little bit crooked. But I can play with that. I have gotten everything lined up. I did undo that, but like then I put it back because like your stabilizer is on your lining, so it shouldn't matter so long as you've got everything within those fold lines. And I can't try to fold it or it becomes undone, but I did notice my zipper pull is on the wrong side and I'm a little sad. But I think everything will sit okay, but I can't test the flap or it'll come loose. Well, no, okay. I think it's okay. I believe in it. So we're gonna start on one side and sew all the way around as close as we can, and then we'll start on the other side and go all the way around as close as we can. So it says to start with the top section of the wallet, so we'll do that as soon as I get this kitten out of here. Wish me luck. As I am stitching around, I'm making sure that my edges stay lined up. I'm doing a little back stitch at the top of that slip pocket. Pulling my starting thread back stitching. Pull those through. I have a little bit of my lining peeking through. So I'm going to take my sharpest scissors, one cut across the top. You could wait and use your rotary cutter if you'd prefer. Okay. I was like, it's doing the same thing. I think we're okay. I don't know what happened. But now we're going to repeat on this side. I'm going to start right next to the zipper compartment. And then I'm watching the side and I'm using my fingers to hold everything together. I'm applying a lot of pressure. Back stitching at the start of that ID window, or pocket, I should say. And then coming around the corner. Repeat with a little back stitch. And then I'm using my fingers to apply pressure along those edges. And then if I can get it, pulling on my starting thread. It's not wanting to come through. I don't know why. Oh, I guess I did back stitch. All right, it's pretty secure. All right, let's tie the threads. If you're using a domestic and like a thinner thread, it's probably fine to just backstitch. It's so pretty. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay. So right here, I've got a bit of an uneven edge, but I'm going to cut through both layers of cork at the same time, slowly but surely. Okay. I'm not sure why. Mine just seems a little off. But maybe I folded something wrong, or maybe I should have transferred the lines differently, but like my bottom looks okay. It seems even enough. But it's so cute. Oh yeah, this one definitely doesn't have the same issue as my other one. I don't know what I did, man. That's funny though, but it's got a nice click. And then you can take your lighter along the raw edges. Nicole has a bunch of videos on how she likes to finish cork, but you can also just edge coat this. It's so cute. So if you wanted to, you can just use your pop tab pull and your snap hook. I definitely like the structure of my zipper pocket, my zipper pouch with that lining fabric in there. It's nice. But we're gonna add our little corset ring. And technically you have 2 of them within your kit, so you can just put one on either side. You could also put it on the top if you wanted, but I want it inside along one edge, along the boxed top. So we'll just mark that. Punch your hole and set your rivet, and you're done. It's so cute.